What's up, Met fans? Welcome back to Talking Mets at Rob. And unfortunately, the Mets are in a rain delay. Unfortunately, the Mets had some terrible luck this year when it comes to rain and games and starting on time or postponements. It's been absolutely annoying this season, even in opening day in Miami. Luckily, we had a roof. Luckily, in Milwaukee, there was a roof. Who knows how many games? The Mets might not have played 6 extra games this year if it wasn't for retractable roofs on stadiums in Miami and Milwaukee. But once again, guys, thank you for tuning in to Talking Mets at Rob. We are going to have Mets and Tigers at some point. They did say that the game is going to be played. It is nasty. It is raining. It is cold. Probably the coldest it's been in a Mets game for a while. It's hitting 40 degrees. 30 miles per hour winds, rain, light rain, but it's raining, and it's going to be a tough game all around. So they're going to be bundled up. They're going to play baseball at some point. A lot of people saying it might be 8 o'clock. The game might start because when they panned to Comerica Park, there was a timer going down, and it said 52 minutes, and that seemed around 6:55 or so when they showed that. So once the time is up, I will let you guys know. But lucky for us, the New York Knicks are playing basketball in a few minutes. So we'll stream the Knicks game until the Mets game is going to be until the game starts. So unfortunately for us, we want to be here for Mets baseball, but what are you going to do? So if you guys can do me a favor and hit on that like button and also share the stream to your social media pages and say, hey, Knicks game is being streamed right now. Get more people in here. I know we're gonna have a lot of people coming in. We already got 30 people in the stream, so I do appreciate that, guys. Unfortunately, if you're just tuning in, Mets are in a rain delay. The game will not be postponed at this moment. They said they might start this game just before 8 o'clock or at 8 o'clock. So let's hope that happens. So unfortunately, that beautiful 6:40 start time would have been great for me, for somebody who has to go to work in about 5 hours. So unfortunately for all of us, we got to deal with more of the rain. And the Mets just had bad luck this year when it comes to rain. So more and more reason why teams like Detroit, teams like the Mets, the Yankees, need to have retractable roofs. It's just that simple. You know what? There's more than enough money to go around baseball for to put all this money together to actually build these roofs and retractable roofs for these stadiums. You know, private donors, teams, owners, MLB. You know what? How about taking some of that TV money and putting it towards retractable roofs for teams? You know, any way to find money. You know, I mean, I just don't understand it. The amount of money these teams, these owners can make with retractable roofs in the off season, when your team is on the road. You can be having concerts, events over throughout the entire year. They'll make that money back in probably a 5-year span when they build these retractable roofs. So unfortunately, we just have to wait, but we do got the next game in a few minutes. So that's what we're going to do with the game audio until the Met game starts. Hopefully it starts soon enough, because I don't want to end the stream prior to going to work. That would be unfortunate. Maybe I'll do what I usually do, is set the stream up so where I can control it from the workplace, and then you guys still are in the stream with that. So MB says, do you think the Mets game happens? Yes. There was no talk at all that this game's going to be postponed. Again, you got to remember, guys, because it is balanced schedule, and this is the problem that the balanced schedule is going to cause. You only go to these ballparks that are not teams in your division one time. So we're not going back to Detroit. So, you know, it's going to be hard for these games not to be played. And that is the problem that these balanced schedules have, is the fact that it's not, you know, if this was Washington or Atlanta or Philadelphia, this game would have been postponed already, because you play these guys multiple times. You go back to the stadium again. So in this case with Comerica Park in Detroit, you don't go back there. And with the balanced schedule, it happens to be a problem when it comes to this. But unfortunately, we just have to do that. Well, Christina, that is the funny thing. 9 innings, I don't know. But you know what? I think they're going to try to get to an official game. And whoever has the lead, game over. So in the Mets case, you better freaking score early and often. Yeah, explosive. I don't think they're going to do that. And the reason why is because of the fact with the whole Scherzer Verlander. And again, this is not the Mets call. It's Detroit's call before the game. During the game, it's the umpire's call. So, and MLB after the game starts. So it will be definitely. I don't think they're going to do a doubleheader, and I think both teams don't want to deal with doubleheaders, especially the Mets since they already had one. Excuse me. But I do get that they might do that, but we'll see. If that happens, I'll just do the Knick game for a little while, and then when I go to work, well, I'll control it from work, and that's how we'll do it, right? But I think they're gonna try to start this game again. I saw the timer that was on the Comerica scoreboard that said 53 minutes and seconds counted down, and that was at 6:55. So I'm assuming that is the countdown to first pitch. Again, weather changes, who the hell knows? But unfortunately, we got to wait through another freaking rain delay. And again, that 6:40 time, I was happy. I'm like, wow, this game goes 2.5 hours. You might be done before 9 o'clock. That'd be great, at least for me. Going to work in 5 hours from now, it would have been great. But life sucks, right? And life happens. You just have to adjust and go with it, right? Unfortunately, we have to adjust to this nonsense. But, let's not do the shift. Let's put a pitch clock. Let's do everything to adjust for the player's benefit, but not our benefit. But, hey, what are you going to do? Again, that doubleheader yesterday, was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday? Yeah, yesterday? Monday, right? Yeah, doubleheader yesterday was give or take just over 5 hours, which, 2 doubleheaders would probably be 6.5 to 7 hours. Like, I was in and out of that Citi Field. I felt like, I was there all day, but it felt very quickly. So once again, guys, if you're just tuning in, we are going to stream the Knicks playoff game against the Heat, game 2, until the Mets game is starting or going to start, and get a game time, and we'll have an idea of when that is. So stick around, hang out. I know some people might not be basketball fans, but at least you get some type of sport that involves a New York team. And again, I'd rather do a Knicks game than even bother with streaming a Yankee game, because even though it would probably be a lot of fun considering the fact that the Yankees suck, and I don't want to hear about injuries. Too bad. Yeah, look, they had injuries in the past and they figured out how to do it. But here's the difference, guys. Finally, their division, besides one team, is actually good, right? Every year, the Yankees only had to chase one team, right? They were always playing bad at times and they didn't look good, but they were always chasing one team. When you're 8.5 games back and you got to chase everybody in your division, that's the hard part. And the Yankees had the benefit for many, many years to only had to chase one team, even when they were playing bad, right? Even in the second half last year, when they were terrible, they weren't good at all in the second half. They never had to worry about any other team behind them because it was only the Rays they had to catch. So that's a little bit easier. Joe, I don't have a Knicks hat. How about that, right? Again, I'm not a huge basketball fan, right? That's my fourth sport. But, I do have my RJ Barrett shirt somewhere. Again, you guys know I move, so I'm kind of like still trying to get through, certain bins to find other clothes. But I remember seeing it. Actually, 1 second. Let's see if I got it. Let's roll out. Let's see if I can roll out. Let's check the closet. Do I have it here? Do I? No. Damn it. Thought I had it. Thought I was going to surprise you guys with some RJ Barrett going on. But guess not. Oh, I wanted to bring up, since, this is the baseball channel and the Mets channel, I will be selling these channel logos, pins. It's a pin. See, there you go. Looks like that. They're about an inch and a half wide, inch and a half long, height, and all that fun stuff. So I can't believe how expensive these damn things are to make. And I was trying to find like, you know, good quality but for cheap. It's these things are expensive as hell to make. And I made 50 of them. Well, I got 50 of them made. They're all in here, as you can see. So I will be selling them on a, you know, as needed basis if anybody wants. Again, I try to find someone or some company to actually make it kind of. I'm sorry, the Knicks game's about to start. I had the wrong channel on. 7:30, right? Yeah. So those are will be for sale as soon as you guys want them. And again, I don't really care if I'm losing money by selling them because I probably pay more than what I'm gonna sell them for. But that's okay. Who cares, right? I'm not gonna, you know, empty your pockets because I had a hard time. Yeah, I know. I just turned on TNT just now. Yeah, exactly. You know, I don't want to hear. Look, I understand that they don't have Judge and Stanton, but they weren't playing good with Judge either. So it's not like, you know, they were basically a couple of games over 500, even with Stanton and Judge. So it's not like they were, you know, killing it. So it's like, I'm sorry, I don't feel bad for them. Good. I hope they go through a 40-year, a 30-year no championship drought. That would make my day, to be honest with you. But once again, guys, these are for sale. Again, the Venmo is around. I will if you want to get these, they're going to be $10. Again, a hell of a lot more I paid for one of these, which was insane. I can't believe how much I had to pay for them. But yeah, Correa is terrible right now. But yeah, you know, but again, if you want a channel pin, of course, I will throw something else in there as well. I'm not going to just send you a pin. I think that's kind of crazy. Again, that is included in shipping and all that fun stuff and all that stuff that I got to do to send it. And they're not heavy; they're kind of light. So, but again, I got 50 of them. So, if you want them, please let me know. They're actually $10. Um, the people that made these, I don't know. The cheapest I find to make a pin in bulk was $21. So I spent a lot of money on these damn pins. But again, I'm not going to charge you people an arm and a leg for these. But you know, but they are like looking like that. Again, it says again. I wish I can show it a little better, but it's hard to. But again, it's the channel logo that says Talking Mets with Rob. Yeah. So exactly. So again, you know, it is $10. Again, I will throw a couple of other things in there. You know, I'll throw in some Mets koozies. I'll throw in some channel stickers, and you know all that other stuff that I have. You know, maybe I'll even surprise somebody with a bobblehead in there or something like that. So, you know, I got the cool. As you can see, I got the Max Scherzer career strikeout ticker bobblehead that I got last year. Got the Mrs. Met 7-line one, and I just bought something from the 7-line that is great. It's looking like they might play tonight. So again, if you want a channel pin, just let me know. Just send me a comment or whatever, and I'll throw my Venmo in somewhere around here. Give me a second. I'll get that. Give me a second, guys. So the game's about to start. All right, guys. So I'm going to put on the game right now. The game's about to start in a few. So that is the my Venmo. If you want to send it, again, $10, and then make sure you put your email in the comment on Venmo so I can get your information so I can send them to you. Well, they better win. All right, Jimmy. Hey, listen, buddy. Just let me know. Again, just comment on one of my videos, or write down the Venmo and just let me know what you're sending the money for, because I know some people send me money like just regular donations, and I don't want to screw you. So I don't want to say, oh, thanks for the donation. You're like, what are you talking about? So make sure you comment and you put your email in the comment when you send the money. And again, $10 again, it includes the shipping and all that other stuff that comes with it. Again, I'll throw some other stuff in there as well. And I just dropped one, but that's okay. But I will be throwing some other stuff in there too. Again, I got so much stuff that I probably want to get rid of, but just don't worry, I got you. So the Knicks starting lineup: you got Brunson, you got Barrett, you got Randall. So everybody's playing. You got Hart, you got let's see who else is going to be in the lineup. Robinson, all those fun guys. So there you go, guys. We can do Cash App too. Again, same thing. Rob L813, same thing. Doesn't matter. A lot of people like the Venmo, so I just went with that. So Gamecast is about to start. Here we go, guys. Nope, let me put on the volume.
Scott Foster, Curtis Blair, Mark Lindsay, our officiating crew out of Bio, and Robinson doing the honors. 108-101 Miami victory on Sunday afternoon, despite the Knicks shooting 48%. Miami only shot it at 42%. They made their free throws. They limited their turnovers, just 9. And the Knicks control the tip.
All right, here we go.
Charged up, much like we saw on Sunday afternoon, but then Miami diffused it in the second half. Knicks got off to a good start in game 1, just couldn't sustain it. Barrett on a bounce. Here's Randall getting an early touch. Double team, Randall on a kick. Barrett fires. Off the mark from three-point territory.
But you see that Randall, with the post up, and it was help inside, force the ball to go outside, makes some shots outside for the run.
Rebounded off the miss by Adebayo. Here's Randall. Drive, kick. Brunson, wide open look.
Boom. There you go. Good stop by the Knicks. Brunson. Let me know in the comments, guys, if you can hear it.
So already a good sign for New York. Brunson couldn't make one from deep on Sunday.
Yeah, 0 for 7, but they couldn't push before the Miami defense got tough. Allowed Jalen Brunson to square that up and knock it in.
Brunson backing off of Adebayo. Take the baseline, work his way in. That shot goes and a foul. It's Robinson who picks up the first.
All right, I got you. Let me know.
Back to that Julius Randle play, his ability to make a play, to make a decision, to attract 3 defensive players. Jalen Brunson maintains his spacing, 3-ball corner pocket. I'm still trying to figure out what that is right now.
Yeah. Maybe just we'll let him keep it private.
Okay. I'm going to find out. Investigative material is what I'm looking for.
Doubt your skills. Adebayo at the free throw line where he shot it at 81% this season. We're tied at 3.
And you'll see a lot more touches go through Band. Now, listen, that doesn't mean and Eric Spoelstra said this, he doesn't have to score 30, 40, and 50 points, but he has to be aggressive and effective inside, offensively, where he's a threat, and New York has to honor that.
Robinson on a handoff. Brunson look for the open man. Ball fake. Hart drive and kick. Barrett lines it up. Looking for 3. The team was 7 of 34 from downtown in game 1. A couple of threes to open up. Vincent played outstanding basketball in the series opener, and he misses from 3-point territory. Randall will push up the floor. Spin off the double. Hart is open. Rings out. Rebounded by Vincent.
And Sean, I did get your Sean Pogar, sorry. I did get your Venmo, so I appreciate that. So I will give you the pins.
Hard double. Randall Adebayo is there with Strus. Randall kicking. Yes, sir. And a 9-3 advantage for the Knicks right out of the gate. They've not taken a 2-pointer. Adebayo fouled in the act. 2 free throws for Bam Adebayo. Robinson Robinson will pick up the second foul at the 9:29 mark of the first.
Well, the result of this RJ Barrett three-point shot is this. If you're going to double team Randall, the hands have to be high. He can't have that clear line of sight because that was a direct pass to RJ Barrett. And when you have that kind of vision, but also Allen to get the ball down, the rotations are not going to be there. So you either want that ball to come back out on the same side, or those hands have to be up where that's a lob pass that allows you to get back in.
So a change here for New York as Robinson picks up the second foul. Isaiah Hartenstein checks in to replace him. Hartenstein has found a very solid role with his Knicks team as a rebounder, 6.5 off the bench, and a defensive presence, averaging a block per game. Adebayo has a second one coming, 9-4 lead here for New York. The bench was a serious positive for Miami in game one. They outscored the Knicks reserves 30-15. Now, obviously, with Butler out, you've got Caleb Martin starting, so that affects the rotation for Eric Spoelstra. Brunson off the penetration. Randall lets it fly. Misses on a three ball. Here's Martin on the push, high screen.
Come on.
Feed it to the post, Adebayo. Hartenstein to help. Shot down to 10. Love catching fire. In and out. Now, knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay this way with Miami. 14 to shoot.
Beautiful job by Kevin Love on the double team. Isaiah Hartenstein on the double team of Bam. He was able to get the ball out, but didn't have a solid contest over Kevin Love.
Miami just 1 of 4 from the field to open up. Martin lobs it in. Adebayo matched up with Hartenstein. Now it's Strus with 8 to shoot. That's a deep air ball caught by Martin, and he's fouled. More free throws here for Miami with just over 3 minutes gone by.
So a couple of bad fouls by the Knicks here. 9-5 Knicks so far.
The NBA on TNT is brought to you by the Kia Telluride X-Pro. Kia is the official automotive partner of the NBA. 7 players on this Miami roster undrafted, including Caleb Martin. That's the most of any team in the playoffs. And it just shows you what Miami has done year in and year out. Identify talent, develop it, and then use it.
And you're not always going to hit the nail on the head, so to speak, in regards to what you do in regards to drafting or developing a player. But the track record overall, percentage-wise, for Miami has been very high. So the return on investment in regards to finding and identifying players that are not drafted but that pay huge dividends has been the beauty and a trademark for this Miami Heat franchise.
That is 3 team fouls on New York. And Miami making good at the free throw line. Robert trying to dribble out of trouble. Randall looks to the post. Keep it on the outside for Hart. Shot clock down to 5. Randall will look to make it happen.
Oh, all right, nice. Randall looks good. That ankle don't look like to be a problem right now. He continued to hit that 3.
Of course, no Jimmy Butler.
Come on, no Jimmy Butler, and we should be killing this team.
They're still going to play hard under Eric Spoelstra. There's still going to be a belief that they can go out and win a playoff game.
Well, again, we're going to contend with this a little bit more with the dribble drive penetration. But again, get the ball up quick. Martin able to knock it in. But we saw what happened. Again, James Harden, what he did with Philly, with Embiid out of the game collectively as a group. They hunkered in, figured out ways to be successful, win, and everybody across the board contributed.
Foul called on Bam Adebayo. Penetration, Barrett. A floater goes. R.J. Barrett with 8 points, and the Knicks lead by 3. Just under 8 minutes to go in this opening quarter. Martin, the drive, challenge, flips it up. Nearly goes. Hartenstein was there defensively. Early offense. Got the height advantage. Barrett on the turnaround. Off the heel. Long rebound to Vincent. Double screen out front. Strus nails the 3.
And not a lot of space to work with right by the sideline, but Matt Strus able to create enough space off that double pick, like you called it, to get it up and in over the defender.
Miami went 9-9 this season without Jimmy Butler. Give and go. And it doesn't go off the window for Jalen Brunson. Miami looking for the lead.
Knicks are having problems putting down shots.
Contested rebound from Randall. Up ahead for Hart. Motors to the rim. The strides. Could not finish it. Hartenstein taps it in the air, but it's controlled by Martin. 6:48 to play here in the first quarter. Love, no hesitation. Got a three.
How valuable has Kevin Love?
Perimeter defense is terrible.
Not really used in Cleveland whatsoever, the rotation, but a valuable asset with Miami.
Game 1, 16 minutes, 9 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 beautiful outlet passes in the third quarter, leading to baskets.
No interceptions.
They're a perfect quarterback rating. Span Barrett, in and out, and a foul call. So Barrett's going to shoot a pair when we come back to the Garden. Fun start. The Knicks looking for the Heat.
All right, so they're going to commercial. 16-13 Heat right now. The Heat. Unfortunately, again, the perimeter defense for the Knicks, same thing in game 1. Not good perimeter defense, and you're getting the Knicks struggling again with no Jimmy Butler. Again, I think Jimmy Butler would have played if they lost game 1, but Knicks better win this game or they're in trouble. I'm going to turn on SNY right now to see if they put up anything, see what's going on around there. So, see, program alert. Tonight's Mets game is currently in a rain delay. Stay tuned. No further updates regarding official start time for tonight's game. Oh, lovely. All right. So, unfortunately, there's no other updates as of yet. I'll keep on checking Twitter just to make sure. But let's see. Yeah, I did see MB was named MVP. Yes, I did. Let's see. Sorry, guys. I'm just checking Twitter just to see if there's any update. Let's see. No, I don't see any updates. Yeah, nothing as of yet. Yeah, you know, I don't even know, G-Man, I don't understand that. I just don't get it. Especially, like, they had no problem in Houston, in Arlington, with the Texas, and Arizona to put the retractable roofs on. Like, I get it. It gets extremely hot. But the majority, they can actually open up the roof in April and September and stuff like that. Like, I just don't understand that. I don't get it. Like, but yet Comerica, Yankee Stadium, Citi Field, Philadelphia, we can go on and on with teams, stadiums that should have retractable roofs, in stadiums where, in end of March, when opening day seems to be now, April, and even into September, and then playoffs, you got bad weather, or at least cold weather. It just doesn't make sense. Central Florida. I think I gotta move there. All right, so here we go. Game back on. Knicks Heat. Game 2. Knicks have Heat have a 1-0 series lead. 16-13 Heat. No Hero, no Butler. And the Heat are still hitting those threes. Perimeter defense better be better for the Knicks or they're going to be in trouble. I love the outdoors too, but it's not, it's crazy. Well, yeah, even Miami got a retractable roof. Like, I mean, it's crazy. Well, of course, Christina, of course.
You got to think about the last 3 months. They've been playing for their playoff lives while battling injuries. but also getting impactful moments from nearly every single guy in their rotation.
Great point, because they've been in playoff mode since then, having to get into the play-in round. More importantly, two things. One, you preserve Jimmy Butler. Why? Because this is probably going to be a long series, so you don't want him to re-injure it in game two or kind of mess it up. But also, too, this Miami team is built for occasions like this. The roster is experienced. We'll see what happens tonight with New York, as they're fighting extremely hard right now.
Tyler Hero out, looking right hand.
Knicks are not playing good. Another wide open three.
Hits the three.
And how many times have you seen it with an offensive rebound, the defense is scrambled, and you don't have communication? Someone's going to be open, and it happened to be Vincent. That was just like shooting practice up top from the three-point line.
Miami is 4 of 8 from beyond the arc. They're also missing Victor Oladipo. He is done with a torn left patella.
I don't think so. I think they're just going to pitch at some point. All right, there's an update. Alrighty, guys. Let me just lower it for a second. So, here we go. The New York Mets game has been postponed. Split doubleheader tomorrow. Good call, Christina. First game at 1:40 p.m. Game 2 is scheduled for 6:40 p.m. So, there you go, guys. Mets game has been postponed. Doubleheader tomorrow. First game, 1:40. Second game, 6:40. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take you through the Knicks game until halftime, and then I'll call it a stream, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I can't do the first game because I probably won't be home from work by then. So I can't do the first game, but I'll definitely do the second game of the doubleheader. So I'm assuming Lucchesi for the first game and Scherzer for the second game. So I'll take you through halftime of Knicks Heat, and then I will see you guys tomorrow for game 2 at 6:40 tomorrow. So 2019 Knicks, 4:26 in the first. Well, you know what? The bullpen's getting a lot of time off for the most part. All right, so commercial in the Knicks game, 20-19 Knicks. Once again, guys, let me just put up the information here. Give me 1 second. Just putting it up there, guys. All right, there you go, guys. Give me a second. There we go. So once again, guys, Mets game was postponed. Split doubleheader tomorrow. Game 1, 1:40. Game 2, 6:40. Again, I'll be doing the second game of the series. Because I probably won't get home from work by then. So game 2, 6:40, I'll do the stream for tomorrow night, the second game, and that will be a Scherzer. Well, it most likely will be a Scherzer start because he was supposed to start that night game anyway tomorrow. So Lucchesi will get the game 1, Scherzer will get game 2, and then obviously Verlander on Thursday day game that I will be doing as well. So game 2, I'll be streaming. And Thursday's game with Verlander on the mound, I will be streaming. So, again, doubleheader tomorrow. Mets game postponed tonight. So, that is the update. We'll be doing the Knicks game, streaming the Knicks game until halftime, and then I'll call it a stream. So, hopefully everybody has a decent time. Means nothing for Scherzer, Jimmy. Scherzer's still good. That start is not changing because he was supposed to pitch tomorrow at 6:40 the game by itself. So the only one it's affecting is Lucchesi because he'll be pitching tomorrow, game 1 instead of the game tonight. So unfortunately, the Mets, another postponement, 3 postponements in a month's time. It's just a joke. Yeah, again, you rest up your bullpen once again. Again, they used a lot of bullpen yesterday. So they get, they've been rested for 3 out of the last 4 days. 4 out of the last 5 days, basically. So we're good. Detroit, for all places, don't have a retractable roof either. When it's cold nearly 85% of the time and it snows about 40% of the time. Again, I went to college there. Kalamazoo, go blue, Michigan. So I get it. The weather sucks. It's miserable. If you're from Detroit or Michigan, I apologize, but it sucks there. It's unfortunate. I couldn't wait to get the hell out of school. Like New York is like California weather. That's how much difference. Detroit's just miserable. Like it's so bad. Like I swear to God, the amount of times I walked through campus in 2 feet of snow was a joke. But let's see what the Knicks can do here. Hopefully, it can win game 2, or they'll be in very, very much trouble.
Week 1-1. That's what I was going to show you on this picture. What's on his phone, man? Confidential information. That's confidential.
Knicks lead by 1. Changes here for Miami. I'll get you in a moment.
The Heat just keeps making threes. Jesus.
Out of the timeout, Haywood Highsmith in, and Kyle Lowry, who has really taken to this role off the bench. Lowry, terrific in game 1. 18 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 blocks. Randall, the handles, outside for Barrett.
What's up, son? All right, Jimmy. See you later. I bet, Christina. I've heard that from so many transplant New Yorkers. Love to see Barrett go into the basket.
On this late closeout, heading play to continue at the rim.
Jimmy's got 15 of the Knicks, 22 points.
Look at the shots that he's had. Open threes.
Got the R.J. Barrett chance from Knicks fans.
He hasn't forced the situation, meaning that the offense has worked in his favor. And right now it's 5 for 7. More importantly, 3 for 4 from behind the 3-point line.
Both teams taking care of the ball well. Miami just 1 turnover thus far. Love of a handoff for Strus. Trying to shake loose. It's Martin with the shot clock running down.
Freaking Heat does not miss. Holy Christ.
That time, Martin was able just to get that shot off up and over the top and falling back into like a little 2-3 zone right here for Miami.
The Heat 5 of 10 from downtown. Randall picked up by Highsmith. Splits defenders, loses the ball, pinballs around. Hartenstein's got it. Line it up. Brunson comes up short. Lowry with the board. 3 minutes to play.
Christina, yes, I have.
Lowry pushing the action.
I haven't been to a Knicks game in about 7 years, though.
Lowry gives it up for Highsmith.
But I've been to a couple of Ranger games over the years. Another 3. Hey, they missed. How about that?
Here's Barrett on the drive and dish.
Randall for a 3?
Practice.
Yeah. Boom. Bang.
The Knicks are 5 of 9 from 3-point territory.
That's important because in an 8-point game, they lost to a -6 in the Cubs and Knicks for the 3-point line 13-7 in game 1 versus the Heat. So
Timer is down to 4. Lowry against the bigger Randall. The jump shot doesn't go.
All right.
Nice score. Grimes knocked it over to Brunson.
Last time I was at a Ranger game, 2019.
He was trying to hit Randall. And that's the first Knicks turnover of the night.
Rain does follow the
It's
Mets.
a bad turnover. You just threw it to Brunson. Brunson could have hit the ball right into the post. The idea of identifying the mismatch, you see Coach Stibbs right there.
You know that look?
I do. Because personally, because we were together in Houston under Jeff Van Gundy. And in between Van Gundy's Diet Cokes and
Cole's getting beat up by the Guardians. 2 best teams in baseball facing off, the Pirates and the Rays. Yo, you never say that in the same sentence. What teams? Not like stadiums, right? But teams, I've seen almost every team. The only team I haven't seen, probably, that's a good one.
5:05 left in the fourth quarter. in game one.
Let's
Basically
see.
acted as a decoy.
Well, I did see the Royals in the World Series.
On the defensive end, so the Knicks are
That's a good question.
and
Oh,
it'll be Randall,
Angels.
75%
Never seen the
shooter
Angels.
at the line. Chance to break the tie with 1:18 to play in this first quarter. Knicks are in the second round for the first time since 2013. They lost that year to Indiana. They led game one by as many as 12 points in the second quarter, but saw that lead shrink to 5 at the end of the first half, and then things began to spin out of control in the third quarter.
Well, but the third quarter was this in the second half. 40 points in the pace. He Barrett going for another 3. Beautiful offensive rebound by Hartenstein.
Randall Balfin. That's where the Knicks killed Cleveland in the first round. Offensive rebound. The collapse in general. Randall on a fade. Julius Randall is back. He's got 10 points in the opening quarter. And a foul call out front. Quickly was trying to stick with Robinson. And he's called for the personal.
We talked about the offensive rebounds against Cleveland in game one. The Knicks had 12 offensive rebounds, but only 11 points off of that. And that's just fewer second chance points they've had than any of their playoff losses. The other one when they had a low point total on offensive rebounds, they lost to Cleveland as well. So that could be an
Obi Toppin came in for Randall.
Obi Toppin is in. He started for Julius Randall in game one. Actually shot it well.
Oh, that ball is over court. There we go. Knicks ball.
Second turnover of this opening quarter with 46.4 left on the clock.
Beautiful pressure that time by New York. The Knicks didn't allow Miami to be comfortable once the ball was inbounded. Zeller anticipated.
Yeah, that was a tough time when Shea closed, especially the way the Mets choked down the stretch.
26 points between the two of them. Give and go.
Oh, Grimes. Oh, he's out of bounds. Damn it. 29-26, 45 seconds to go. Knicks lead.
Second turnover for the Knicks. 29-26. New York in front. 42 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter. Vincent picked up on it quickly, gets the step screen. Bounce it to the outside. Highsmith. He knocks it down from long range. Haywood Highsmith, another undrafted player out of Division II Wheeling. Quickly off the hesitation. Teardrop. Manuel quickly was so good during the regular season. He has not been able to match those numbers so far in the postseason, averaging 9 points, shooting at 34% from the field in the playoffs. Next lead by 2, 7 seconds to go. First quarter. Hot screen from Zeller. Vincent, deep one. And that's how the quarter will end. Barrett with the board.
All right, guys. So the Knicks lead 31-29 after one quarter. Again, I'll be taking you through the first half of the Knicks Heat. Once again, Mets game is postponed. Split doubleheader tomorrow. First game, 1:40. Joey Lucchesi on the mound. Game 2, Scherzer on the mound, 6:40 p.m. I will be streaming game 2 of the series. So I will probably start the pregame around 6:20 or so. So look out for that stream. And I do appreciate people hanging in there today when it comes to no Mets game, but we do have Heat playoff, Knicks playoff game, Knicks Heat. So yeah, you know, it's crazy. it is crazy. Like sometimes, like it's like I was off today, so I didn't have to go to work. So I got some sleep. I got to relax a little bit. Made sure I got my Amazon, all my packages from Amazon and all that fun stuff. Again, I just got the channel pins in the mail today, so I was happy about that. Took long enough. But yeah, you know, like sometimes, you know, like you prepare yourself, especially like on an off day, like, you know, usually I'm off Monday and Tuesdays. So, you know, the Sunday nights the Sunday games usually in the afternoon, but sometimes if they play Sunday night baseball, I get excited because, you know, like I'm waiting for the game, you know, I do everything I got to do, and then no game. But at least it's playoffs, like during like, you know, like after June when like the hockey playoffs are over and the NBA is over, you know, if there's a postponement for rain or something like that, there's nothing else on. Like and that's unfortunate. But you know what? For now, we got playoff basketball, and for very, very few Devil fans, you got playoff hockey. So, so at least we got something, but it could be better, right? Committee, yeah, I think they turned the corner. I don't even think it was about yesterday because their numbers have been drastically better over the last probably about not 8 to 10 games. So again, what I said about a few days ago, look, I love that the averages are looking nice. They're nice and high. We needed to see run production and power from these guys, and we've seen both of that. And that's what we needed to see, because you can have a good on base percentage and you can have a good average, but when you're not driving in runs and providing power, this lineup is exactly the same no matter who's in the lineup. So seeing power and run production from those guys is everything that this lineup needs. And again, I think eventually you're going to see them move up in the lineup. I like the top five. Again, when there's a right-hander on the mound, you're going to see a lineup. Excuse me. Like you see that you would have seen tonight, right? Where you got 1 through 5, very similar, right? You got Nimmo, Marte, Lindor, Alonso, McNeil. I think you would put Beatty in 6th behind McNeil, and then Alvarez 7th, and then wherever you want to put 8th and 9th, if you want to put Canna 8th, and then your 9th hitter would be let's see, who's your 9th hitter? Let's see. Who? That's a good question. Who would be 9th? Let's see. Who am I missing here? But yeah, that's the way it should be. But I think at some point you're going to slowly see Beatty and Alvarez move up a little bit. Yeah, Alexander, I understand why he was getting destroyed on Twitter, but he was pitching, had to deal with a doubleheader, right? You can't throw all your good guys in game 1, because what would have happened, especially the Braves took a big lead, right? I know the Mets came back, but still, like, I don't see why people went crazy yesterday, because, like, what if he would have used Ottavino and Robinson and Drew Smith in the first game, and they wouldn't have been available for the second game? And he would have had to use guys like the guys he used in the first game for the second game. Maybe we would have lost both games. So I don't understand why people are going to kill Showalter on that. Again, there's a lot of things to kill Showalter on. Again, I have no problem criticizing Buck Showalter. I've done it before, and I've done it this season a couple of times, but I don't see what he was supposed to do yesterday. Again, Scherzer was supposed to start that game, but because of the postponement, he was still suspended. So they couldn't. Now, they could have pitched Senga, but that was a situation where they already decided they weren't pitching Senga before the series anyway against the Braves. So it wasn't happening. So either way, it was going to be a bullpen game, no matter how you were going to cut it. Now, again, I think he should have started someone else over Reyes. Nagosic pitched really good for 2 1/3 innings. I would have started him since he could have gave you a little bit more length. But again, he was just coming off the IL. I don't know if Buck wanted to put him out there like that. I don't know. But I don't think that you can kill Showalter yesterday for a situation where he was expecting Scherzer to pitch before the postponement. So what are you going to do? You got a lot of injuries. You're not going to put Scherzer in a situation. You're not going to put other guys in a situation that – and again, the Mets nearly won the game. It's not like they were, what are you going to do? It was all back end of the bullpen type of guys, so it sucks. Yeah, again, Buck gets a lot of – look, I don't like that Buck continues to play Alonso and Lindor every single day. Like, they broke down last year. At the end of, in September, you can see they were clearly tired. And I think Buck's got to be smart with giving guys days off, especially Lindor and Alonso, a day here, a day there. With all these rain delays and postponements, they're going to have days off, so it's not that bad. But, in a random day in July, give them a day off. It's not that big of a deal. I have a problem with that. And occasionally with bullpen usage, sometimes where the Mets might be down by 2 runs, and he'll use a back end of the bullpen type of guy that is not very good. That pisses me off every now and then. But there was nothing he could have done yesterday except start somebody. But again, you can't project the future. What if Reyes went out there and gave you 2 solid innings and put the Mets up 0? Vientos can play first, yes. He doesn't play good first, but he can play. Sorry, guys. Let me put the game on. I'm sorry about that.
We'll check back in at the 9:50.
So, keep 10 minutes left in the second quarter. Tie game 31-31.
Highsmith, extra. Lowry adjusts for 2.
Beautiful out of bounds play. Drawn up by Eric Spoelstra. Outstanding pass in interior wise for the Heat to get that to ultimately to Lowry.
They averaged 124 points per game in the first round. Quickly can't find his range.
Exactly. J-Man. That's what I was thinking.
The crossover. Vincent. Circuits attempt, knocked out of bounds.
And Mark Vientos just hit his 9th home run in AAA today, just now. 26 games, 9 home runs. Oof.
And now Barrett will get a breather. Brunson checks in. The Knicks have missed their last 6 threes. They're now 5 of 15 after the hot start. Robinson rims out on a 3-ball. Cleared by Grimes.
Part of it too, yet early success from the 3-point line.
Knicks have 0 points in the last 3 minutes. Exactly, Christina. That's the whole. That is why Vientos should be up. It gives opportunities for Alonso either to DH or just have a day off. Vientos, he might be out trade bait, but I'm gonna tell you guys right now, we ain't getting much for Vientos. Just so you guys know. All right, so timeout. Knicks, 4-point lead for the Heat, 8.5 to go in the second quarter. Yeah, I think Ramirez is going to be our future center fielder. Because, Nimmo's going to get older. And, Ramirez is probably, 2 years away, 3 years at most. By that time, maybe Nimmo might lose a step or 2 in the center field. So Ramirez will step in as our center fielder, put Nimmo in the corner, and you'll be good to go. So, but yeah, I don't, Vientos, what are you going to get from Vientos? If everybody wants that big bat that everybody's talking about, Vientos ain't going to get you that big bat. And again, I think the Mets are going to be looking. I honestly believe, it really depends on what the Mets are going to need at the deadline, right? If Beatty and Alvarez continue to hit, I don't think they're going to hit at this pace all year. But if they're, helping this lineup offensively, and maybe Mauricio or Vientos, one of those other guys, come up and help this team as well, maybe the Mets don't need a bat at the deadline. Maybe they'll bolster their bullpen a little bit more. You know what? Might as well strengthen the bullpen. It always helps in the playoffs. Well, I've said that for a while. I always thought Mauricio was going to be more of trade bait than anybody else. I've always said that. I truly believe that Mauricio is your biggest trade asset. People want to kill me, and I got destroyed on Twitter many times. But you know what? People want to, that's all you hear. Oh, the Mets are going to make deals at the deadline. The Mets are going to make deals at the deadline. Well, who are they trading if Vientos, Beatty, and Alvarez are up here? You're not going to trade them if they're helping the lineup, right? So who is going to be your trade bait? Mets have no pitching depth, pitching prospects, except for Tidwell, and they're not going to trade them considering that they have no big-time trade pieces as prospect for pitchers. So what do they have? They're not going to trade Ramirez. So they're in a situation, they're not trading Parada, they're not trading Williams that they just drafted last year. So the Mets are in a weird spot where they unfortunately have to have these guys produce at the big league level. And if they do, they're helping your team and your lineup. So now your trade bait pieces are dwindling. And that's why I think Mauricio is your biggest asset here, where whatever you might need at the deadline, you can use him as a piece. If you need a big bat to make this lineup a little bit better, you do that. I don't think Parada will be moved. I think the Mets still don't trust Alvarez as an everyday catcher. I know. Parada hasn't been good lately in Brooklyn. I understand that, but he's a good defensive catcher. I'm not worried about that. Well, the rough trade hurt because we traded 3 minor league prospects plus Davis. So once again, guys, Knicks or Aaron Rodgers is in the building for Game 2. You got CC Sabathia with somebody next to him. You got Carmelo Anthony, Amari Stoudemire. You have Roger Federer on in the Knicks game today. All right, 35-31 Heat. 8.5 to go.
Brunson trying to turn the corner on Robinson. Help from Adebayo. Grimes taking that spot as Brunson. Shake, fake, and kick. Shot clock winding down. Hart long 2. Rebound. Robinson connects. Robinson moves the rim.
And that was outstanding defense initially by the Heat closing off the driving lines. But again, in the zone defense, a lot of times you don't have the body on someone. Robinson able to sneak in, put back that loose change.
Lowry, no. Robinson, the box out. Hart.
All right, come on. 8 minutes to go, down by 2.
8 minutes to go, first half. High screen. Hart working around the perimeter. The fend off by Grimes, trying to reload on Robinson.
Yeah, Christina, when you go into the settings and you pick your favorite team, make sure you didn't click a box with the Yankees as well, because sometimes it's very sensitive when you pick your favorite team, and sometimes you can pick more than one. So you might have clicked the Yankees on accident because it's so sensitive, those buttons. So go right to settings and pick your favorite team. Come on. Yeah, tie game.
Quality defense from New York, turning into offense to tie the game at 35. Players got punched up in the area. Grimes was guarding Robinson, and he will pick up the personal.
Haywood Highsmith a little unsure of his whole possession of what he wanted to do with the rod. An unsurety.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. So, yeah, you probably, as your favorite teams, you probably click the Yankees on accident because that stupid button next to the teams is so sensitive. For like 2 months, I had the Brewers notifications on as well. Oh, another 3 from the Heat. My God. They don't miss.
Smooth stroke, but for players like that, you still got to get out a little bit more and force Duncan to put it on the deck. If you give him that much space, cash that money, cash that check in.
Hart to Robinson, he missed it. Couldn't squeeze it out of bounds.
Knicks are not playing go ball.
39% from the field, but they have a 3-point lead on the Knicks.
Yeah,
the
Christina.
6:38 mark of the second quarter. R.J. Barrett back in. Miami makes changes. Randall returns for New York. Gabe Vincent and Caleb Martin back on the floor for the Heat.
They talked about it. The 3 has been the equalizer, 7 for 20. Think about it. They shot 33 shots already. 20 have been from the 3-point line. That's what's allowed this Miami team to have this 3-point lead, plus they're 5 for 6 from the free throw line.
Vincent, good double there. Hart to help. Shot clock at 6 for Martin. Jumper, no. Hart to weak side rebound.
All right, son, have a good night.
Get into a set early here with Randall. Lowry trying to use his body, and it's knocked away out of bounds. Lowry had 4 blocks in game 1.
But it's a savvy veteran play, understanding where the ball is going to be at on this shot. Able to get it.
Well, everybody was say, oh, the Knicks are going to take care of the Heat. No problem. The Heat are a battle-tested team. Veteran team. Good team. Been around the block. They know how to win these big games.
Barrett makes his move. Barrett floats it up, and he's fouled. R.J. Barrett heading to the line for a pair.
6 minutes to go in the quarter.
Going to the second quarter.
Now, Barrett was able to kind of slice his way here, pick up the foul, but I do think the Knicks, you need to figure out how to put a playmaker or a shooter at the free throw line, because that allows now, if you get the ball there, the zone turns into one-on-one defense, and now you can either score for yourself or make it play for your teammate. To me, that's the adjustment you have to have versus this zone defense.
Exactly,
They
Christina.
do a pretty good job of keeping the Knicks out the lane.
The NBA on TNT is brought to you by Geico. See how easy.
Well, committee, who knows, right? All the bad teams that people like to pick off of at the deadline are doing very well. Again, maybe the Mets might not need any big bat. Maybe Beatty and Alvarez are those guys, or maybe Vientos might be, right? If your lineup is not going to be a problem with Beatty and Alvarez, maybe the Mets will need another bullpen arm. Maybe they'll need another rotation arm.
Randall's got it. And he'll lead the break for New York. Out of the wing, Barrett. Randall spin off the double. Brunson, the handles, drags the defender, kick out. Randall shot clock winding down.
4 seconds.
And Randall got a shot off. He can, but it's way off. And a shot clock violation.
Wow.
The Knicks are 2 of 12.
Well, Christina, that's been a problem. And they haven't been drafting pitchers, which is so weird. How many more times are they going to draft shortstops and catchers?
Forced to pass out to Randall, which resulted to a shot clock violation.
All right, it's been confirmed Joey Lucchesi will start game 1, and Max Scherzer will start game 2.
Gets to the rim, circles. Zeller fills the spot and lays it in. Smart play. Off the Vincent penetration, Zeller went right to the goal. 14-2 off the bench. The trend continues for Miami. Brunson, that one looked awkward as he was fouled and he went down on the play. Caleb Martin helped to his feet, and Brunson needs a moment.
Yep, I agree with the draft picks. Knicks down by 5, under 5 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Fouls against Miami. Jalen Brunson will walk it off and then shoot 2. His right foot, it's that ankle, and he stepped on Martin's foot.
This time of year, everybody's beat up. You have some kind of ailment. I don't care if it's knee, back, ankle, shoulder, fingers, whatever it is.
I mean, you just covered every body part.
Neck, you know.
Yeah, you lift up the neck.
Now, some people are in between the ears, a little messed up.
That's a different issue. That might be a different doctor you're seeing.
Yeah, that's right. But you got to figure out how to play through the pain and being uncomfortable and make yourself comfortable with that.
Well, his dad, Rick, played in the NBA for 9 years, an assistant coach with the Knicks. Jalen, a winner every step along the way. 2 national championships in Villanova as a key part of those Jay Wright coach teams. 40-37 Miami. Robinson put 3 on the board for the Heat.
Jesus Christ.
Can't go under, can't be late on Duncan. Again, stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
No look. Robinson tried to intercept, and it's out of bounds with 4:28 to play in this first half. It's the largest lead of the night so far for the Heat.
That's that Duncan Robinson. Mitchell Robinson is playing kind of that drop coverage a little bit, but with Robinson, Duncan coming off,
The Knicks' terrible perimeter defense.
Vincent goes for the steal on Barrett. Randall drive. Can't finish it. Robinson somehow gets the rebound. And Robinson is fouled. He contorted his body on the offensive glass just to come away with this loose ball.
But Zeller had to go help which meant that Lowry had the unenviable task of trying to block out Robinson right there. And a smart play by Zeller. Don't let Robinson get it up and in for a basket, force Robinson. I mean, yeah, Mitchell to get to the free throw line where he's only 48%.
Check out the NBA Playoffs Hub, the home for all.
Can't hit free throws either.
From the source, see the schedule, crack it. Deep dive into series, including series stats, all on the NBA app powered by Microsoft. Download it now. Knicks are down to 38% shooting. They're 5 of 17 from three-point territory. They've now missed 3
Come on, guys.
throws, 6 of 9. That one rattles in for Robinson, 43-38. Heat.
Well, Knicks' perimeter defense sucks. They're allowing too many threes. No pressure at the 3-point line. They're staying back, which is all right. A little bit better here. Oh, again. All right, there you go. A little bit of pressure on them. There you go. Go, 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 go. There you go.
So 2 more free throws for 25-year-old Mitchell Robinson.
Hart with the deep penetration. If you have 3 Miami Heat players below the free throw line, which opens up the trailer Robinson to be able to catch, receive, and pick up the foul. But again, it happens on the defensive end. You get a stop. Now you're able to push it quicker, and now you're not facing the zone defense that has given you problems this whole second quarter.
Knicks are shooting 73% of the free throw line in the playoffs. That is the worst among the 8 teams still alive. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Check out pre-built same-game parlays on tonight's game. It only takes a tap for your chance to win big. Make every moment more with FanDuel.
But that too, part of the challenge is that New York shot 36%, almost 37% from the three-point line during the season. But in the playoffs, hovering around 30% or less. And that allows a team like Miami to take away middle penetrations, play the zone a lot more because you're not able to knock down shots at a higher clip.
Adebayo looking to challenge Robinson. Outside, Martin nails the triple. Caleb Martin in the starting role. He is in double figures. In fact, he is the leading scorer for Miami with 10 points.
Yeah, Jonas, it sucks.
By 8. Zone look.
Randall open for 3. Yeah. There we go. Down by 4. 5, excuse me.
13 for Julius Randle. He shot it at 34% during the regular season from 3-point range. Vincent ball fake. 10 to shoot. America's way outside to deal with Vincent. High screen out of Adebayo. Robinson is lurking. Vincent, that's a force.
All right, come on. Under 3 minutes to go.
Randall.
There we go. Down by 2. There we go. Nice little step back for Randall for the 3. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. Down by 2. Got to be better on the 3-point line defending, or they don't miss the Heat. Their 3-pointers. You got to pressure them a little bit at the perimeter. All right, so Knicks down by 2. 2.5 to go in the second half. Once again, guys, Mets game postponed. Split. Doubleheader tomorrow. Game 1, 1:40 p.m. Lucchesi on the mound. Game 2, Max Scherzer returns in Game 2 at 6:40. Game 2, I'll be streaming. Game 1, I won't be. So once again, guys, 2 games tomorrow. Doubleheader split. 1:40 Game 1, 6:40 Game 2. Scherzer on the mound in Game 2. Michael, let's get this comeback. So once again, Game 1, 1:40. Game 2, 6:40. Another rain postponement for the Mets. 3 within a month. Sucks. And again, if it wasn't for 2 retractable roofs in Milwaukee and Miami, those games would have been postponed too, because it rained like crazy on opening day in Miami. Luckily, we had the roof. I mean, I basically had to swim to from the parking lot to Lone Depot Park in Miami. Let's hope so, Michael. Let's hope so. They got to play better. So once again, guys, just let everybody know I got channel pins. Let me just show that a little bit better. I just got my channel pins in. They are $10 right there. It looks like that. Obviously, it's got the back and all that fun stuff. So channel pins got a little 3D hologram on it. So once again, if you want to purchase them, you can use Cash App, Venmo, through Super Chat. They're $10. Whatever you want to do it. Again, easier to go through Venmo and Cash App. It's direct payment, obviously. Through the channel, it takes a month and all that weird stuff with YouTube. But channel logo pins $10. And again, I will throw something else in there as well. I'm not just going to send you a pin. So again, the $10 covers the pin, the shipping, and all that stuff as well. So if you want the channel pin, $10 is the cost for it. There's a couple of people that already Venmoed me, Cash App me, and all that, and PayPal as well if you want. If you wanna, you got my channel email. I'll put my email here as well. If you wanna send it, you can give me your information through this email that I'm gonna type in right now. So once again, $10 channel logo pin. Again, I will throw something in there. You know, whatever Met related stuff I have. I got Mets koozies. I got probably about 50 different koozies from all the times I've been to Citi Field. I got maybe, one lucky person might get thrown a bobblehead in there. You never know. I got enough of those damn things. So, and I also got this is a collectible. I'm not going to give this up, but this is my Cowbell Man bobblehead from the 7 line. So I'm going to make my buddy Eddie, who is Cowbell, sign it and all that fun stuff as well. So, and again, I don't know if you guys follow the 7 line. Oh, sorry, the Knicks game's on. I'll tell you after the second half is over. The first half is over.
Randall's got 15 points. Randall is fouled in 3-point territory by Vince, and he got him down low. And Randall will shoot 3 free throws at the 2:03 mark of the second.
And you see the foul at the end. Once you launch like that, you got to run on the elbow.
Yeah.
So you want to try to go to the outside of the player anyway, especially on the shooting end. But that time got too close for comfort. Easy call for the official to pick that up and put Randall to the line.
In the first round series, Randall 16 points, 9 rebounds, shot at just 31% from the field. But against Miami,
all right, G-Man, that's awesome. Cool.
21 points, 7.5 boards, 5 assists per game. NBA legend Dwayne Wade is back to host a new celebrity pack season of The Cube. It premieres May 14th on TBS. Randall now with 17 points. All-star this season, was an all-star in 2021. Major rebounder, double-double this season at 25 points, 10 boards per game. Yeah, that 3-point game has developed over time. He had the strong face-up game as we saw coming out of Kentucky, but he added to his range every year, recognizing where the game was headed.
He also improved his ball handling skills as well in order to be able to get to those spots as he faces up, absorbs some double teams, and then more importantly makes some plays out of that double team.
Struce goes down on this play as Robinson was trying to rip through the contact. And it's going to be Mitchell Robinson picking up his third.
3 fouls from Mitchell Robinson. Not good.
His first half, 3 points, 4 boards, 0 blocks.
But you got to be smarter than that. No 2 fouls. If you can avoid that contact right there, you don't want to pick up a foul like that is a non-aggressive play on it. Van Mata someone drive to the basket.
Walking the baseline, cut off there.
Good defense so far.
Defensively, Alvarado gets the step, and Hartenstein distorts the foul. He beat him off the dribble. Hartenstein knew it. And it was a bailout. The shot clock was winding down.
But the patience by Miami, even when the shot clock is bleeding a little bit, not to overreact. That does happen a couple of times, but for the most part, they
Christina, I'll do my best to remember. I'll do my best.
And that's two on five-year veteran Isaiah Hartenstein. Playing offensively, 7 points, 4 rebounds. He's now 3 of 4 at the free throw line. He's averaging 17 points, 8.5 rebounds in the playoffs as Highsmith checks in, replacing Martin. Miami missing Jimmy Butler, who averaged 37.6 points per game in the first round against Milwaukee, including a 56-point game 4, and that comes from behind wing for the Heat.
Down by 3.
So you just
Minute 40 to go. Second half. Second quarter.
It'll be 5 days off in between game 1 and game 3. Brunson is fouled by Vincent.
And that's why it was important from a rest perspective that you play closer to the vest with Jimmy Butler, knowing that he wanted to play. And sometimes we always say you got to protect the player from himself. And late in season, when you happen to have an injury like this, the recovery time is a little bit less because the games in between, you got to take care of your business in order to be at full strength.
And a collision with Josh Hart in the fourth quarter of game 1 as Brunson sticks the first free throw. He stayed in the game to shoot the free throws after the foul was called, and then the assumption was, all right, get him out of the game. No. He remained in the game, set up in the corner, basically. And the question marks came on the Knicks not really attacking him down the stretch.
So they meant putting him in situations where he would have to switch, but you can't hide him in regards to.
All right, Knicks down by 1. Minute and a half to go in the second quarter. The Heat has been making those threes, and here they go again. Oh, that was a bad third. All right, come on.
Miami up by 1, just a minute to go, first half. Brunson, the penetration.
All right, Barrett got the rebound.
Drives in.
Ah,
And it's a loose ball foul against Hartenstein. That's number 3 on the Knicks big.
Jesus. Both Knicks big have 3 fouls.
Hartenstein keeps it alive. Barrett goes in. A little contact right there with the chest of Kevin Love, is what the New York faithful were upset about.
Chin is ref, you suck.
Miami in the bonus. Love an 89% shooter this season, 83% in his career. So now the Knicks will go small here because of the foul trouble of their 2 bigs, Robinson and Hartenstein, 3 apiece.
Like I said, that's where that foul by Robinson, you have to be a little bit smarter. Not get that one up.
Quentin Grimes back in the game for New York. Love nails it.
Knicks down by 3. Minutes ago.
The Knicks are a +6 in the rebounding category. No natural center currently on the floor for the final minute of this first half. Miami in the zone. Randall against Highsmith. Randall kicking. Barrett.
Hey, Barrett made a 3. Holy Christ. Tie game. RJ Barrett. Oh, let's go. 19 points for Barrett. Nice rebound. Nice rebound. Oh.
Driving into traffic. Nash's already knew exactly where he needed to be, and Randall loses control of the rock. I'll tell you, it's an excellent job New York has been able to close out this second quarter despite Just shooting 5 of 18
All right.
this quarter. But yet,
Tie game, 20 seconds to go. Shot clock at 3 seconds prior to the clock.
The game clock winding down in the first half. Lowry way outside. Now it's out of 5. 6 to shoot. It's a long fires. It's good. Kevin Love with a triple. 54-51 Miami.
6 seconds left.
To go in the second quarter. Hart. Kick. Randall. Ball fake. Jumper.
I missed. All right. So Knicks trail by 3 at the half. Once again, the Heat just constantly make those threes. The defense for the Knicks at the perimeter is just terrible. But Knicks trail by 3. Knicks better get it going because they cannot go down by 2 in the series going back to Miami. Again, battle-tested Miami team, experienced team. That's the problem that the Knicks are having right now. Just smart play by the Heat. They know the Knicks perimeter defense is not that good, and they have the open shots for the threes. That's got to change. Thibodeau's got to change that up. Got to force them to the rim. Not a lot of playmakers there. Leaving them out there in the perimeter, they're just going to start shooting threes if they're going to continue to be open. So with that said, guys, enjoy the second half. Again, tomorrow, doubleheader for the Mets, split doubleheader. Game 1 is at 1:40. Joey Lucchesi on the mound for Game 1. Game 2, 6:40. That'll be the game I will be streaming. Max Scherzer back on the mound for our New York Mets. 2 games tomorrow. Game 2 will be streamed on this channel. So once again, guys, everybody have a great night. Let's go Mets as always. Once again, guys, if you want to buy a channel pin, $10 is the channel logo pin for the channel. Rob L813 is the Venmo, Cash App, whatever you want to do. Please, if you send the Venmo or Cash App, please in the section where you put a comment, please let me know that it's you and give me your email and everything else that I need to send you the pin, because then I will know where to send it. So with that said, everybody have a good night. Let's go Mets. LFGM. See you tomorrow night, guys. Scherzer on the mound in Game 2. See you tomorrow night, guys. Have a good night.